love all the sparkles at the end.
I do
Hello,
too.
everybody. Welcome to New Earth Rising. My darling Sharon and I are here to bring you joy and laughter. And today we're going to be doing some readings too, bringing you some stuff. We've been having some funny conversations. Seriously, Sharon, every single week we're like, oh my gosh, we need to talk about this on our show. But it's fun today because we're going to be doing readings with you guys. And Sharon has two decks and I have two decks. And so you got going to get a lot of like information, a lot of stuff coming in. And we decided that we are so excited for you guys. We're so excited for you. You
We
guys
are.
are so lucky to be here with us.
We were laughing about that. We we're really excited for everyone here. Yes, for every
It's going to
the
be
fact that you're
fun.
here, that you're here. We're so
Yeah, we
excited
love
for you.
you. And we've got Christine and Spirit Song, well, Holly and Miss Jules.
Nice,
And
nice.
this is so good. And you guys, just really quick, we want to do our quick little marketing advertising here at the beginning. I'm Michele Amburgey, the Awakener. I am an intuitive, and this is what I do for a living is I do readings and energy healing. I also am a certified clinical hypnotherapist, a light language facilitator. It's all these different things, and it's so cool because Sharon and I do really similar things. I
Mhm.
think that's why we can, go together so well. And I've got a couple of degrees. I got a bachelor's degree in holistic health. I got a master's in metaphysical therapy. And so, we bring a little bit more than just your basic intuitive, your basic psychic, if you will. We bring the ability to understand the therapy part of doing the readings and stuff too. And so that's what makes what we do a little extra juicy, a little extra special. We really provide some good stuff for you. And so I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to be here with Sharon. So, Sharon, yay, it's Thursday. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I know I definitely look forward to being here with you, Michelle, every week. And thank you everyone for being here. We're really excited for you. Just want to
Yeah,
say that.
we are so excited for you. We were sharing the cards that we have out. We're like, they're so lucky.
And we have to admit we are so lucky that you're here. We're so blessed. We are really blessed, aren't we, to be able to do this and be in this space. I mean,
Absolutely.
I've been asking for this for a while now, where I could do this full time, get out of the r- rat race in the corporate world, and
Yeah,
here we are. Here I
here
am.
we are.
So that's good advice for everyone is to always honor how far you've come and how. And my guys tell me this all the time: honor how far you come, honor what you've been through to get to where you are now,
Yeah,
because there's always more to come. But honor where how far you've come.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And also, when you line up with your true heart and soul,
Yeah.
things, life still happens, but things are just so much more joyous that even when you're working through life's trials and tribulations and challenges, you still have that joy and that excitement in your heart, and it really carries you. It's when you get up in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, I get to work with clients today. We get to do YouTube show. This is so fun.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. But and
It
I'm
is.
really grateful for technology, even
Mhm.
though there's days where I'm like, oh, but I'm really grateful for that too, and so grateful for all of you guys. Yet, oh, Christine, Christine's writing all kinds of stuff here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We'll read you in a second, Christine. She goes, oops, I didn't mean to send that yet. My 2-year old is bumping. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we were talking about something that we wanted to share. What were we talking about, Sharon?
We were talking about that I had seen a video earlier on Greg Braden channel where he was having a conversation with a gentleman, and I can't remember his name, but he belongs to a think tank, or did, that the Navy sponsored. And apparently they talk every couple of weeks. His last name is Peterson, I think. Anyway, he was talking about Greg Braden started talking about the agenda, the climate. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Climate change agenda, and how he put into a computer all the, how I put it, everything
Possibilities?
that everything that the huh
The
Pos
possibilities?
yeah, but everything that the, say, the World Economic Forum and, administrations around the world, the countries, governments around the world right now who are putting into place all the agendas that they're putting into place and trying to take us into what they call a better solution for the planet. Um, he put the scenarios into a computer to extrapolate where we would be, let's say, 10, 20 years from now or longer. And I don't remember if he put a timeline. Anyway, he said that if we go at the trajectory that they have put in place for us and want us to take, that mankind would no longer exist on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that before. And, it makes you wonder, is that why they're doing it? They want their AA and their robots or
Mhm.
AA, their
AA.
Alcoholics Anonymous and their robots. And maybe that's okay. It's not the first time that humanity's been kind of wiped out by ETs.
It's not okay with me.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing, and I wanted to finish that thought too.
Oh, sorry.
Not that I'm
Okay.
like, it's fine, I'm out. Um, but it's really important for those of us who are here and everybody who's listening to this, whether you're live or listening to it later, those of us that are drawn to this and who are here, we're here to say no.
Mhm.
We're here to help humanity and to hold the light, to hold the truth, to share the truth, to love each other, right? Creating communities like this show is a community of
Mhm.
people who are awakened, who have who are intelligent, emotionally intelligent, spiritually intelligent, to be able to gather together and talk about the stuff a little bit what we can, but also to hold that field of no. Humanity are god-given. We're given life. We are created from life. We do not choose an agenda of death.
Right.
We have that choice. We have free will, and that was given to us, and it can't be taken away if you learn to say no. So everybody right now on the count of three, say no. One, two, three. No.
No.
Because it's like, no, this is not where it's going. And we're here to help humanity. And
Mhm.
most of you that are listening to this isn't your first rodeo either,
Yeah.
because we knew coming in this was going to be a friggin' e-ticket roller coaster ride.
Yes. But the good news is, okay, as I was listening to this podcast, and I know that most of the people here or people that that watch this on a regular basis, I've mentioned that I follow Elena Denon, and she is a contactee, and she doesn't channel, but she has one-to-one contact, and she travels to different planets and all that. And the reason I follow her and trust her information is because she has confirmed many things with what I have gotten, and then I find her stuff later. So it's not
Mm.
the other way around. And it just feels right. Anyway, she had mentioned, and I think I've mentioned it here, that or put out intel that the baddies, the reptilians, the tall grays that have kept us enslaved for a very, very, very long time, the Draco and um, the tall grays, the bad grays, have been taken off the planet. Of course, their minions are still here, but they have been taken off the planet and neutralized and put in on a prison planet, and also what I understand is kicked out of the star system. Well, in this video with Greg Braden and this other gentleman, the other gentleman said that he has inside sources that talk about three, because he talks about our history and how these beings have been on our planet for a very, very, very long time. And
It's like, what is their problem?
that I know, well, they want, well, we're their food, we were their slaves,
We're
but
delicious is what it is.
apparently, so apparently there's been three. extraterrestrial beings, of the baddies that have been kicked off the planet. And he mentions that in this video. So it confirms what she has said and what
Yeah.
I've heard somewhere else as well. So, and he said he heard this from, I think he said 3 inside sources, whatever that means. But
Yeah.
I love, loved hearing that.
Yeah. And, there's so many different ones. I study the Kalontic sciences, which is this history, that
Hmm.
we're talking about here. And there's a lot of those different hybrids of all these different things. And like if they get one group of hybrids and like they're kind of starting to phase out or they're messing up or things aren't working, they just create a bunch of different, they mix up like the setanes, which are the horned beings, with the dracos, with the grays, and they keep making these hybrid groups. And but the thing is, we know with like breeding dogs, if anybody's familiar with that,
Hmm.
eventually you breed them out of existence too. So either way, what's happening on this planet is it's parasitic. And if the parasite kills its host, it kills itself too. So that's like the flip side of where we go one, we go all. Well, if they're taking themselves out of existence too. And maybe part of the reason why they were able to get those guys off this planet, and even though they set their agendas, they got their puppets, they have a lot of mind control going on, um, we can say no. And we have the direct God source and the direct energy to God that is life. And we can say no to their death agendas, right? And it's literally no. I'm not choosing that. We have free will. And that's something that we really need to remember. And we need to make sure that we're not feeding the, and I'm going to call it the death system because that sounds dramatic and exciting, but we don't want to feed the death system. We want to keep our mind on the life. And that includes light and love and peace and harmony and being kind to each other and creating communities and living that way and not feeding that other agenda, because ultimately it's not self-sustainable. It requires our participation because we are the source of life. It requires our participation. And when we pull our participation out and we don't give energy to it and we don't watch mainstream media and we don't do all this stuff or get upset or put, all that into it, it has nothing to feed on. It'll unsustain itself, right? It'll go out of existence. But that's where we have to be really smart about where we're putting our energy, where we're putting our thoughts, what we're watching, what we're feeding ourselves on, right? We need to keep it high vibe, high frequency, truth, love, peace, harmony, and listening. Like Sharon's really good about listening to all the podcasts of positive messages,
Hmm.
and it doesn't mean we have to be la 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 la. We kind of need to know what's going on, but also in that knowing, not go into anger or fear or hatred or
Fear,
any of that energy that they feed on.
fear. Don't let
Fear is the
them,
biggie, and
don't let
hatred.
them scare us. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all of it. Well, they're
It's
dividing it. It's a division.
mm-hmm.
We've always said, well,
Yep.
we've been saying this for millennia. Divide, divided, or what is it? Divided we fall. How does it go again?
United we
United we
stand,
stand, divided we fall.
divided we fall. And if
Right.
our backs have ever be against the wall, we'll be together. That was from like the
Yeah,
70s or 80s. Great
a
song.
millennia ago. Yeah, totally. So, yeah, but just don't be in fear. Don't be in fear. Wake up to see through the veil, and be able to see the bullshit.
Yeah.
See
And
through the bull.
yeah, and plug into the places where you get positive vibe. Like coming here, look at all these great people we have. We've got
When somebody
Bits is
says we're
here.
chocolate,
Hello,
maybe we're
Bits.
chocolate. That's so funny. We're
What
chocolate
did
to
she
them.
say?
She said some bits of sunshine. Maybe we're chocolate.
We are. We're delicious. We must be.
Uh,
And I'm like, no, you can't have this chocolate, baby. No. And we keep that vibe up. So, and Ralph is here. Ralph said, yay, he made it.
nice. Hey,
Christine,
Ralph.
Jeffer. Jeffer's like, what specifically are we saying no to again?
Oh, Jeffer.
Anything
Hey, Jeffer.
that is negative or is in alignment with the death agenda. We're here for life. We're here for love, for light, for life. And we run on the original divine blueprint that all of life is created on. We don't say yes to distortion and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, Jeffer, if you're with us, bring it. Bring it.
Bring it. Bring it.
Bits is going, that's right. We're expensive chocolate.
That's right. Yeah.
We're
Don't
God
sell
chocolate.
yourself short. That's for sure. Another little video I watched was about lucid dreaming. I guess it was is Brian here. No, I don't see him here. He said he's shared it with me. Where Jude was giving a talk about lucid dreaming. And it just hit. I mean, I already know all this, but it was nice to see someone in the mainstream world talking about how if you're aware in your dream time, you become aware here. The more
Mm-hmm.
aware you are in your dream time, the more
Yeah.
aware you are here. You bring that here.
Yeah.
And I haven't finished watching it, but it's I love what he talks about he talks about what Yeshua has always shared with me, what my guidance has always shared with me, that when you have a nightmare, try to stay with it because that's healing. You're
Yeah.
healing. And if you end
Yeah.
it too early, then you have to go back to it.
Yeah.
That's why nightmares repeat. When we have a
Yeah.
good dream,
Exactly.
it doesn't repeat because we're not, we want to stay in it. We don't end it too soon, that type of
Yeah.
thing. But things that we can't handle in the dream world are similar to what we can't handle here. But it's he called it counseling, a counseling experience. And that's what
Yeah.
Mitch has always told me is that nightmares are working with your guidance to work through things that we aren't able to or haven't taken care of here in our what we call our waking state in this dream world.
Yeah, it's facing fears. My daughter used to have, night terrors until she was a teenager. And one morning, and it would be like it was like every night. It was bad. Poor kid. And then one morning she got up and she came in my room, she sat on my bed and she goes, "Guess what happened, Mom?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "I was having that dream." And she used to dream of this like tar pit and all these faces coming out and arms reaching for her. And she
Oh,
would get stuck in the tar and they would pull her under. And so guess what I did? And I said, "What?" She goes, "I had that dream again." And she said, "I turned around and I said, 'No, get out.'" And they did.
nice,
And a
nice.
lot of times it's turning around and facing those demons, those fears that we have. And
Always,
we do that. We do that in the dream time.
it's always that. As long as you face it, it goes away. I've learned
Yeah.
that in all my out of bodies and dreams
Yeah.
and even in life too. And then you think,
Yeah,
what was I so
absolutely.
afraid of? Why was I afraid of that? It's the mind. It's the mind that makes us afraid, right?
It's the
Yeah.
what is it? The worst fear is fear itself. And the
Mhm.
other thing too, when you do things, any kind of consciously or intentionally expanding your mind like lucid dreaming does is it wakes up parts of the brain that we don't normally use. And
Mhm.
so that's always going to of course affect your not just lucid dreaming but your daytime dream as well.
Yeah, this dream realm. Yeah. What is fear? An acronym for false experience appearing real?
Mhm. Or
Is it
face
false?
everything. Oh, and FK everything and run.
No, I
But
don't
yeah,
like that one.
false evidence appearing
False
real.
evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that so true. Lucid dreaming. Yeah, good stuff. I do teach a
Eh,
course on it, by the way,
yeah, yeah,
coming up in April.
she's really good about that. And Jeffer, also, we were talking about the death agenda at the beginning of the show. So please feel free to go back and it's kind of a lot to explain, just answer in one quick question. Um, but great question. Thank you for that. There was a whole story behind that whole thing, how we got there.
What is the death agenda? Oh, probably in one sentence, that we do die.
Yeah,
We don't die, but
yeah, and that there is an agenda to bring about death that we
that
are battling right now.
yes,
But
to
see,
bring
that's scary.
call the population
Yeah,
basically.
cold populate. We've heard all that. We've
Mhm.
heard all that stuff, and just that there's so much war and so much stuff going on that is causing so much death. That's not what this earth was made for by the higher consciousnesses. This was made for peace and harmony and to experience the gloriousness of being in body and the senses, the smells and the sights and the taste and feeling, and loving and emotions. And Mother Earth is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. But it's, got this whole other flip side that is trying to take over. Adele saying eugenics.
Mm.
And so, yeah, but we're here to tell you we're in charge and we're for life. And this is how you do it. You have fun and you get together and you play and you enjoy each other and you enjoy life and you be thankful, right? Thankful.
Yeah,
And you
alright.
hug and you pet
Oh, yeah.
kitties
No,
and
we
watch happy
connect.
things.
Yes, we connect, and that's what's important, is keeping our connection alive.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Alright, who's
Absolutely.
see, I think someone else had a question first. Are you ready to do some readings, Michelle?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's share what cards we got
Michelle?
so that they
Oh, yeah.
know how lucky they are to be here. I'm doing Kyle Gray's Gateway. Wait, what is it? Gateway of Light activation cards. Kyle Gray is amazing. If you guys haven't heard about him, he's a kid from Scotland. He's probably not a kid anymore, but he's younger than me, so I'm calling him a kid. Just a magical, magical being. He's got a bunch of cards that are really good. I use these a lot for my private readings and stuff. And then we're gonna play with the Lyrans today. The Lyran is for those of us that are here that are what would be called like the indigos and the star seeds, and a lot of us that are here that really come down through the dimensions to be here at this time. The Lyrans are some of our seeding and some of our genetics, and they're these mighty beings of love and light with that lion power, that is so good. So there's a lot of history with them. One day we can get into that. But we're going to play with the lions too.
Yes,
Rawr.
nice. Roar. Okay, so I have the Isis Oracle, which I love, by Elena Fairchild, and I have Ascended Masters deck, which I also love. I love all my cards, but I was called to use those today. And, we'll give our intuition however way we get it.
However it flows.
So I did
However
see a
it
question
flows.
here. Yeah.
So shall we start with Ralph? Or do we
No,
have
there was
someone that
another
was
question. There was another question here. I think it was from Christine, maybe? Oh, yeah. No. No? Okay.
was it Christine, or was Christine just
Yes, okay, here it is. She says, "I'm about to share my voice and start my own channel. I feel I'm following what my soul's calling me to do. I want to help. Could you maybe affirm what I've been receiving or any helpful words?" Okay.
well, I just want to say congratulations. We need more words of love and light in this world. That's why we're so happy to be here with you guys. You know? So cool. And then I'm going to scroll down to Ralph so we don't lose
Yeah.
Ralph. Ooh,
So
chocolate with
Christine,
caramel.
the first thing I got was a neon light of yes. I mean, I don't yeah, it's almost like a hell yes kind of thing. Yeah, kind of like you don't even have to ask type of deal. Anything, any type of tool, avenue that you can use to spread your authentic voice and be in alignment with yourself, they are all for, is what I'm getting. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. And I will see what Isis has to say about that. Christine. Okay, the card is
Ooh.
past life, present power. The many spiritual faces of you. Hmm. Huh. Isn't that beautiful? I love these cards.
I know that they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
So there's an incantation in here too that we can say with you, for you, and with you. Past life, present power. The many spiritual faces of you. When the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call that that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. There you go. So you're bringing all your other parts of you into alignment as you do this. And as like Michele was saying, as we come into our true power, we start integrating or continue to integrate. You are currently integrating past life abilities. Ha! Look what is it? And you are guided by the oracle of the past life present power to be open to shifting internally and in your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. Um, and there's a lot more, but we don't have enough time to read all through it. Well, here's an incantation or a prayer. Okay. You can say this incantation anytime you have the sense of past life energy being relevant in your life and you need help, clarity, or guidance to manage the situation as consciously as possible. All right, here it is. I call back to me through unconditional love and grace the past life energy that fills the situation and place. Let my past and present life ability help me reach my highest destiny. I call for clarity, insight, and peace, a place of empowerment I now reach.
Nice.
That felt good.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? Christine's question and Ralph's question are talking about opening their voice and
Oh,
awakening their voice. And so, Ralph, listen to these answers too. We're going to get to you, we're going to give you a reading too.
mhm.
And also, Christine, listen to Ralph's because you guys are both talking about opening this up. And so, Christine, I also got Horus. So we're in, because I got a lot of different lineages in this deck, but Horus came through. So it's really this pyramid, it's this Egypt connection with voice. And I keep getting the word orator and oracle for you. But the
Mm.
card you got is Soul Star Activation, fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are.
Wow.
So this really, oh, I'm getting chills. This really is in alignment with your soul. This is something that you have done in the past. You have done it a lot, many lifetimes. You are a bringer of truth. You're the storyteller. You are the bard. You're the one that went from town to town, almost like Merlin the magician, went from town to town telling the stories and the history before written word. You were the one who brought wisdom to the tribe. You were the one that brought divine revelation to cultures. This is not new for you. This is the soul contract, and you came here at this time of great change. You came here at this time of awakening to bring your wisdom, and it's time. It's time. It's waking up within you. So congratulations, congratulations. That is so exciting. I got chills running up and
Very
down.
exciting.
And then the lions are saying time of peace, relaxation, all is well. So it's like, yep. And it's like, go into this relaxed. Let your wisdom, what you know already, to just come through you. It can be intimidating when you first get started, but once you get rolling, it's like, oh, heck yeah, I got this. So I'm going to leave you with that.
Yeah, and it's scary. I totally get it. Going back to Christine's question, I haven't read Ralph's yet, but going back to Christine's question, it's scary starting a YouTube channel. I was scared to death when I first started, and but then it gets to be where it's fun as long as you make it fun and not be so try to try not to be so. particular, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a perfectionist with it because it's going to unfold naturally and you'll get better, things will get better. Things get better, you start getting better at whatever and get better equipment and stuff like that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
Get comfortable.
get comfortable, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. It's just being authentic and being your authentic self.
I know when I first started getting into it, it was, gosh, it was like 2017 when I really was like doing this, and I was working with a TV channel, and they wanted us to have, like film quality equipment, and you had to be professional, and you had to have your hair done and your makeup done and all this stuff, and it made me so nervous. I would have anxiety, and that's where Spiritual Chit Chat, my signature show on my channel, comes from, is that era. And I used to be so scared and so nervous, and all these requirements were on me, and I finally, after about 2 months of that, I went to the people, and I said, "I'm not doing that anymore. That's not me. What's me? I'm a goofball. I am off the cuff. I swear a little bit. I don't want to wear makeup. It makes my face itch and makes me feel like a fakey fake." And I said, "I want to do it this way." And they're like, "Okay, go ahead." And so the makeup came off. I'd still, wash my hair once a month or so. But, I wear a sweatshirt. I'm not like all dressed up and all in my foofy. And I started doing the show, and it took off because I took off all of the constraints and all the things that weren't me. And when I dropped in and I was me, it was like, bam, everybody loved it. So do you, sister.
Yeah, and that I love that because I started mine in a hotel room when I was on not a hotel room, at my timeshare at the beach. I'm like, I'm just gonna record a couple videos here while I'm here, and scared to death. But and don't think about, and what I've learned is not to think about it, for me anyway, not to think about the well, you do it for yourself basically, and the rest will follow. Don't think about how many people you're going to reach, how many subscribers you're going to have or anything like that. Just do it for yourself. Get good content, speak from the heart, and everything will follow.
Yeah. Have fun.
Hmm.
There's so many people on YouTube doing all this stuff now. And I'm kind of assuming that you're doing YouTube when you said channel. There's so many people. And if you start looking, there's people that their camera is fuzzy, their sound is terrible. Some like big name people. I
Yeah.
was watching James Von Prague, and he's sitting there in his living room with the dogs in the background, and you can hear
Yeah.
sound going on, and the camera's like all doing one of these things like,
Like mine.
and
When
I
my
was like,
dog
if
walks around here
James
on the
Von
side.
Prague can have that quality, forget all this nonsense.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
doesn't
just
matter.
have fun.
Yeah. That's where we are. That's where we're at. Authenticity is where we're at. I'll never
Authenticity.
forget Catman. He said one time, which I thought was brilliant. Authenticity is the new black. Meaning,
Authenticity is that, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words,
It
it looks
is.
good on everybody.
It's fabulous.
Okay, let's go to some more questions. Hope
Okay,
that was
let's
helpful,
let's
Christy.
let's check out Ralph. He's been here and being patient.
Ralphie. Ralphie. Okay, so like to hear from you about my finally readying a proposal to my daughter, helping me to finance voice acting launch. Much change has happened since I last spoke with you. Okay. I'd like to hear from you about my finally readying a proposal to my daughter.
Okay, so he's got 2 questions on here.
Yeah. Oh, oh, another one up the stream.
Yeah, no, he's talking about a proposal with his daughter and something about his voice acting. Is
I
that
think
2, or
they're
is that
all in
1?
the same the way it sounds to
Oh,
me.
okay.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not sure what, the context of the question, but I'm getting just do it. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
go
do it.
ahead. And here's a
Just
little
do it.
bit more from Ralph too. He's saying, "My son's mother passed 2 days after Christmas, so there's been a lot of adjustments. Feeling I'm ready to fly this year. Woohoo. Yay.
Okay,
You
good.
fly."
Okay. So let me see what the Ascended Masters have to say about your question, Ralph. But I just keep hearing, just do it. Just do it. Trust, 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 trust. Just do it. All right. For Ralph.
And also, Sharon, we probably shouldn't do 4 cards for people. We're gonna be here until midnight.
No, I'm not. Just one a piece. I'm not
Yeah,
doing two. I'm not doing two for each person.
yeah. I know that was like 10 minutes right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do um, one
Sorry,
card.
guys, we love you.
I'll do one card, and you can do one card.
Alright.
That's what I thought we were doing.
Oh, I
Okay.
pulled 2. I always
Oh,
just get out of control. You know me.
just do it. Go now, Serapis Bay. Go now. What are you waiting for, Serapis Bay? I worked with him one time, long time ago. Um, yeah, very smooth energy, Serapis Bay. Go now. I mean, I think that kind of says it all, but let's see what else we have here. It's time for you to go either away from a toxic situation or towards something desirable. Ha, there you go. This card signals that it's the right time to make your move now. The conditions are ripe and perfect, and the universe is poised to support you even more, to support your move. Serapis Bey is an Egyptian god of ascension and a bridge between heaven and earth. He's the ultimate life coach who motivates people to take good care of themselves physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And call upon him whenever you need additional energy and motivation to take action. So he's the guy to call on.
Nice. And Ralph, for you, I have karmic release, healing the lineage, and have boundaries. So make sure, and I'm feeling like this is around whatever's going on with your daughter, is honor yourself. Don't give too much away. Like really honor yourself, have those boundaries. And the just do it energy. It's like get on it because you know this. This is a little bit what has I don't want to necessarily use the word procrastination because I don't feel like it's all you. Um, but it's like kind of hold stuff back. It's like, no, these are the boundaries. This is how it's going to be and move forward on it. I feel like you got have a lot in place already too. So it's like it's time. It is time, brother. So very good. So I think the next question we have here is Guy. What a beautiful name, Gayal. She's saying, I have morphed into hermithood. My question for reading is, how am I doing? What else do I need to do?
Hermithood.
Ooh, that's a big question. That's a question for a full reading, darling. But we'll do our best here. Oh, and Cece, really quick, we just go down the list, and if someone asks a question, we pull a card for them.
Yeah, you just type it in.
Yeah, just type a question in.
All right. So Gael. Am I doing? What else do I need to do? Um,
Mhm.
well, before I even pull a card, I get that you're doing really well, uh,
Yeah.
and you will recognize what else you need to do or be as it comes because I'm feeling from your guidance very strongly that you are in a place of recognizing your next opportunity and your next step, if that
Mm,
makes sense. Uh, so, yeah, trusting that, just they're saying just keep trusting that. The hermithood I'm feeling from them is, of course, it's temporary, but it is helping. It's really needed it's needed. They're saying it's helping you to expand and heal a lot that you didn't have perhaps the time and energy to do this before, but you're in a place now where you can. Is what I'm getting.
Yeah,
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say me too, big time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what Isis has to say. Okay. All right. Pyramid of light. Step your vibration deeper into love.
Mm,
And it sounds like loving yourself. Okay, which is what I feel you're doing with this with the hermithood. So let's see if we can get some more information on that from Isis. Okay. As a being growing in significant light, darker energies can become more attracted to you. There is nothing to fear and only more mastery and awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. Here is guidance on the skills you have within you now to deal with any undesired interference. The pyramid of light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path, and it is time now to end that interference with love and compassion. And how I'm reading that is for yourself.
mm,
Love and compassion for yourself.
mm.
And darker energies that are coming in, I'm also reading, is from our shadow selves, our shadows are coming up to the surface. And if you're in hermithood, that's what would happen, right? Our shadows start coming up. So here's your incantation from Isis. I am love, I am light. To manage my own energy field, I have every right. Compassion,
Mm.
peace, and strength I am. I witness the dark with peace in my heart. In my energy, there is space only for love. That is unconditional and gentle as the dove. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And we have a Christine with a C and a Christine with a K. That's so cool.
Nice.
The Christs have arrived. The Christ and the Christ are here. I
Hmm.
got for you, honey, support, socialize, and community. You're getting ready to be able to get all of the support that you need, but you needed that hermiting. You needed that going within, that quiet time, that really to connect to your true self, to find yourself again. And I'm getting that you did a really good job, that you really are in alignment with your truth, with your authenticity, and with that divine flow that is that flow of life, right? I feel like you've been through some kind of hard stuff that kind of knocked you around a bit. Never ever be um think that taking time for yourself is a problem. You tend to be sensitive, and so it's important for you to take that time for yourself and go hermit every once in a while, even to the extent of taking a week off every once in a while and just a stay vacation. What do they call it, staycation? And, like, stay home, don't even have to be out and about, enjoy yourself at home and or
Yeah,
wherever you love to be. But you
very
also
true.
has this Sphinx, and it tells me that you have a very, conscious mind and that you're very, very connected. And also, this is kinda cool, if you look on this card, it's got the light coming down onto the Sphinx, and that tells me that you have that divine connection that you need to move forward. And as you do, you'll start getting more of that support. Your frequency has raised, you've awakened, your mind has tapped into higher levels of thinking and ways of being. And so the support and the people that you're going to have around you more now are going to be more on that frequency. So you're not going to get that drama and that troubled stuff that you got before too. So it's important for you to know that you can trust that because you're running the show now, not other people. So I'm going to leave you with that. Mhm. Very good. So do we have Christine said, "There's a second Christine." Very cool. Oh, we're gonna do Christine with a C now? Hello? Are you hearing me?
I am, but you
Oh,
couldn't hear me because I was muted.
oh,
I
okay.
muted myself and forgot that I muted myself.
Sometimes you got a hermit.
Sometimes I just don't wanna hear myself. Okay. Especially don't want other people to hear me if I don't wanna hear myself. So, like,
You're
there we
so
are.
funny. So we have Christine. She's saying she recently started Reiki courses and intuitively feel that I'm a healer. She's saying, "Can you confirm this?"
Yes. If you know it, you know it.
You know, that is one of the magical things about Reiki is Reiki seems to open up all these other aspects
Yeah.
of who we are. That's where I start. You know, I started with
I
pranic
think we all
healing.
started with Reiki.
Mhm.
We all started with hands-on healing, I believe.
And
I
it
don't know
just
anyone yet that hasn't.
and
Yeah.
it's so cool. So if you're feeling it, it is true. And we'll pull you a couple cards so you can get a
Yeah.
eh,
If you're if you're drawn to oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
feel the potentiality, ask and it is given. You already asked. Now it's being given. You've
Yeah,
already asked and now it's being given. And it's like, and take it, take it and run with it. We need more good healers and we need more people that have a true heart like yours, honey. So get on it.
accept it. It's a
Yeah.
matter of accepting and getting out of our own way,
Yeah.
right? And don't let distractions get in the way. And if you're attracted to it, then you already have it in your DNA. You've been doing it for many lifetimes. So it's just a matter of accepting it and stepping in your true nature. So let's see
Yeah.
what ascended masters. Let's see what the ascended masters
And
have to
it's
say.
so powerful.
Oh
So
yeah.
powerful. You know, a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, Reiki. No.
No, it's an ancient healing method. I mean, it was westernized definitely, but doesn't everything get westernized? All the ancient modalities get westernized in some way, but it's ancient, and we all have the ability.
Yeah.
Christ was a hands-on healer, and because he knew how to manipulate energy.
He knew
He
how to
knew.
flow the divine energy, the true life force energy. And
He
that's
knew.
what Reiki is, right?
Hmm.
Divine life force energy.
Yeah. He had that awareness within him, and we're waking up to it now. But like Michelle was saying, this will open other doors for you too because you'll be clearing your
Mhm.
channel. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. Persistence. Luge, persistence.
Ah,
Looks like a sun god.
it does.
Yeah. Who is Luge? Persistence. Through persist, pronounced Lu, Loo, but it's
Yeah.
spelled Lugh. Okay. Lu. Through persistent action and positive thinking, your dreams are manifesting into form. This is a time for you to stay persistent. Give any discouragement to Lu and the angels who will buoy, buoyant, buoy your faith and give you signs of your progress. You're almost there, so keep going. It may help to break large projects into smaller steps so that you'll feel the thrill of accomplishment with each step that you take. Persistence pays off. Stick with it. He's a
Stick
Celtic
with
sun
it.
god. Sure enough, yeah, he's a Celtic sun god of harvest time, whose name means the shining one. He was a legend says that Lu was renowned as a master of many crafts, including art, poetry, and healing. Call upon him to help with mastering your healing abilities.
Nice.
Hmm. There you go.
Nice.
Who's next?
We have Adele next, and she is saying, will all these changes in my current life end soon? Well, Adele, one of the things that we know, and you've been a student of mine for a while too, is we know that we're in charge of that. And you've been working really hard on getting your energy and your frequencies right. And so I want to commend you for that. And the card is saying Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. What this card is about is it's about taking what you know, taking what you've learned, and know that it to be true. Know that you are a part of the divine nature, the divine flow, and the divine cycles. Know that you are the master here in this place. This is what you're doing here. Adele, you came here into this space to learn to be a master, to learn to master mind, emotions, energy, and you're doing it. And so it's not always exactly what we think it's supposed to look like, right? Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't don't think that it needs to be a certain way. Do what you do. You come here on with like you think of think you look at things a little bit differently. Your perceptions are differently. You do things differently. And that's exactly what this world needs. We don't need carbon copies of everybody. We don't need people that do the same exact thing. We need all the different fractals and energy fields of God that is here experiencing through you to be here and to show up. And that is what you're being asked to do. Show up anyways. You're having struggles in your life, show up in your spiritual nature, your divine light anyways. That's how you learn mastery. The life is a SHITSHOW. Still keep a smile on your face.
Wait,
Still love your neighbor. Still be
I
good
didn't
and
get that.
kind. And when you do that, you get mastery and all that other nonsense starts to fade away. So are they going to end soon? Yeah, because you're doing that and you're working on doing that. So this is really about you have learning experiences, you're gaining the wisdom and the earth intelligence and your earthly intelligence right here. So
That's
good job,
beautiful.
honey.
Beautiful.
Good job.
Okay. I love that. Will all these changes in my current life end soon? I got no, because we never stop changing. So what they'll do is just morph into more changes and move you forward. Change is always moving you forward, right? And so,
Yeah,
yeah,
change is
yeah,
always moving you forward.
right. And it may not be comfortable, but it's happening for a reason because you asked for it. Like Michelle was saying, you're in control. And so, yeah, what I'm getting is a loving. No, not really. They're not going to be ending because if we're not changing, then we're not living, and our bodies are constantly changing. I mean, our cells are dying off and rejuvenating and dying off and rejuvenating every as we speak here. So, so you're morphine, like Michelle was saying. You said use that term, didn't you? Morph.
No, not necessarily, but
Oh,
that's a good one to use.
okay. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
morphine. You're morphine. You know the caterpillar is becoming the butterfly, and 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 then a much broad. Then the butterfly becomes the angel. All of it is happening.
Oh, I
So
like
yeah,
that. The butterfly becomes the angel.
that's what I just saw. So um, no, there's not ever an end to it. Even ascended masters are changing and learning all the time as well. What we call ascended masters, our teachers in the higher planes, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And mastery is determined by how we handle changes, how we handle opportunities, struggles and things like that. As long as we see them as opportunities, right? So let's see what Isis has to say, Adele. Okay. Rising sun.
Ooh.
The divine solar child reborn. There we go. Change is rebirth. Rising sun. I love that card. And she's holding a child, a baby.
Yeah, rebirth.
Yeah. I wish they would number these because sometimes I don't remember my alphabet.
I know.
It's a lot easier when they're numbered rather
A
than
lot of times in my head, I'm going
what?
A, B,
I
C,
know, right?
D.
Wait a minute. P doesn't come before, or does P come before R or after R? Okay. All right.
LMNOPQR. After.
Okay. Um, the divine solar child reborn. You. A dark phase and struggle is over. There you go. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness, persistence. Boldness and persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine and continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. There you go.
Wow.
Here's your incantation. Rising sun, I am your solar child. I bask in your love, free and wild. I am filled with your hope, endless and free. Your light and love fills all parts of me. The darkness cast away, joy is now born, with the sweetness of this spiritual dawn.
Nice.
Yeah, rising sun.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. We've got lots of questions here. This is awesome. I'm doing a little moderation here.
Good.
Yeah. So okay, we have Jeffer next. I love that name. That's so cool. Jeffer is asking simple question. What is a good message or piece of advice for me today?
Jeffer.
Always wear clean underwear. There you have it. Next.
Plant your corn early. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sorry, Jeffer. I have to tease you. I love your name. It's cool. You're welcome, Ralph.
All right, Jeffer.
Cece is also saying her name is Christine too.
How
Yay
funny.
for the Christ in the house.
Right? You want to go first for Jeffer?
Let's see. Let's see what card wants to come up for Jeffer.
Okay.
Jeffer, stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. What are you trying to manifest? Because it is sitting there waiting for you to put your intention into this vortex of manifestation. Remember, when you're manifesting, it's not just with your mind. Your mind chooses what it is, but it's your emotions, your feeling. It's like your mind is the rocket ship and your emotions are the jet fuel. Rocket ship doesn't go very far if you don't have all of those emotions with it. And make sure those emotions are positive too, Jeffer. Make sure that you are thinking on what it's going to feel like when you get to where you want to go, when you are actually living the manifestation that you're trying to bring about. I'm getting also that you have a little bit of that energy of like the wizard energy, if you will. And I'm feeling almost like you have enough memory of this wizardy kind of a thing or magi that there's a part of you that's used to waving the wand and having stuff appear, and it's not that easy in this dense place, and so I'm feeling like there's a frustration. And what you're getting is it's like, no, keep going, because you're getting to where you can begin manifesting really rapidly again. It's just you're learning a different way of doing it. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. There's something very special about you, and I feel like this next year is going to have some really good shifts and changes for you. Because you're stepping into your power. and learning how to use it. It's weird here, guys. It's weird. This earth thing is weird. And so it's learning how to use this space here. And it's why a lot of us came too. So I hope
Oh,
that
yeah,
helps you,
totally.
Jeffer.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I was getting something similar to Michelle that I feel, Jeffrey, that you might feel like you're spinning your wheels somewhat right now. And they're showing me something similar to that card, definitely. Uh, that there could be, there might be, there's resistance there with moving moving in a direction that you're envisioning, but you might feel like there's a step missing or something like that, and you just can't quite put your finger on it. Um, and trying to understand everything around you as and put it into perspective with what you are envisioning, if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, it feels like resistance uh, tr- to trusting. I'm getting trusting, trust yourself. And I totally saw the wizard energy, like what Michelle was talking about with you. Um,
Like full Gandalf the White, dude.
yeah, wizard for sure, wizard energy, and having that in your DNA, so to speak, and having all that within you. So, but there's some resistance there with trusting it again. Okay. Um, and I've worked with Jeff for a little bit with past life stuff, so it might be something you could look at with that. But let me see what the Ascended Masters have to say. Okay. Okay. Health and healing. Huh. I was getting breath as I was shuffling. I was getting breath work to work with some breath work, perhaps too, to help with, yeah, Hilarion, health and healing. Okay.
That helps to focus energy too.
Hmm. This card is a sign of healing. Your divine healing power has awakened, and you feel compelled to help others to heal. just as you've been healed, just as you've been healed. So, too, do you want others to enjoy health and vitality? You're supported in making life changes so that you can continue to heal yourself and others. Let go of any fears or restrictive thinking to fully open the miracles of healing. Yeah. Um, I think that goes on with what we were saying, right, Michelle? Is just opening up your conduit, heal the the um, the resistance, because you got this.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more people. Oh, and Stacy's here too,
Okay.
who are wanting readings. So we need to step up our game.
Well, we hope we can get to everyone.
We hope we can get to everyone.
If we don't get to you, then we will be back
We
next.
love you anyways.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go, Cece. Let's go,
CC.
Cece. Let's go. Cece would love a
Okay.
reading. She's saying there's so much going on right now that she doesn't have a particular question, but she would appreciate whatever cards come through for her at this time. All right.
Okay.
Cece, our other Christine, and I think there was one more person down there that said she's a Christine too. So seriously, Christ is in the house, guys. Yay! Kara Yasata, the ancient language of the Christ.
Nice.
And Cece, I love that name. My cousin, that I just think is like the sweetest thing on the planet, is a Cece. So I love it. CC. Ooh. Okay, so what you got is the sword of light, divine protection, cut cords, breakthrough energy. So CC, you're definitely on the verge of making a breakthrough in everything in your life. Um, And I want to tell you, I'm feeling like there's something coming up where you're going to have to break free of something or someone that's kind of dragging you down. I feel like that there's an energy that's been draining you, and I also feel like you're aware of it. You're aware of it's a person, maybe even a place, you know? It might be someplace that you go that when you leave, you're just drained, and it's not necessarily associated with the human, although there are other humans too that are draining you. But you're really being asked to cut the cords of those things that aren't matching you and cut the cords of the past as well. And you can do that. You can use this beautiful sword. You can call upon Archangel Michael. Make sure that you always call upon any beings that you call the ones of true love and true light, because we do have a dark agenda. We do have dark fallen angels and stuff that like to pretend like they are the real thing. So always call upon any being that they are the ones of true love and true light, and that will give you that masterful energy coming in to really help you. But I also feel like, see, I feel like March is really, really bright for you. And I feel like in March, something you've been struggling with, or maybe it's just like the whole thing. Like March, all of a sudden, it's just going to be poof. And that's always a time of spring. It's always a time of new bloom, exciting energy. Things start moving. And I want to say, like the first week of March, maybe like even like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, something really is going to come through that's really going to give you like the wind beneath your wings, if you will, and really set you in a forward motion. In the meantime, remember who you are, because you aren't a finite being. You are a being that is filled with love and created in the love energy. And line up with that every single day. You can do that, put your hand over your heart and just say, I am love, I am light, and really be in that space. But you got good stuff coming up, honey. Just it's really like let go of the stuff that's just not feeding your goodness. And I'm getting that word goodness for you too, honey. So I hope that helps you. Hope that gives you a little bit of direction. Whoop, you're muted.
I have to quit.
Stop sitting
I
on your
well, I
microphone.
know. How did you know?
Because I just know you.
So what I was trying to say was, while Michelle was reading you, I pulled a card already from the Isis deck, and it is High Priestess. Okay. Mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis, the High Priestess. So to save time, I'm already there. Okay. Beloved Isis gazes upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. It is an exciting moment in your unfoldment. Have reverence and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. That's kind of what Michelle was saying, right?
Yeah, good stuff coming up.
Good stuff.
Good energy, good mojo.
And again, before I say the incantation, I'm hearing honor where you've been, honor where you are, and know that all is in divine timing. Okay, so here's your incantation: in dream, in thought, direct, in awareness, and in bodily sense. I now receive the mystery unveiled. I am not denied any detail. I receive this now with comprehension clear from Priestess Isis, who holds me dear.
Mm, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You go, Cece.
Mm-hmm.
You
Lots
got
of good
good
stuff.
stuff. So Nathan is just saying, are you doing free readings? Nathan, are you from Pennsylvania? I used to have a bunch of friends from Pennsylvania, and they would always say "use."
Use oh use
Are you
use
all doing?
my
So
mom's family
Nathan,
is
yes,
from
we
Pennsylvania.
are. And
use.
I don't see that you ask a question, but you know what? I'm really feeling like we were going to pull a card for you. So
Sure.
Nathan, Sir Nathan, let's pull a card. And the lions want to speak to you tonight. All right. Very good. This is fun. You've got lots of questions. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. You know,
Hmm.
this is what makes this so much fun is having all of you here and participating in it, you know, and I love you guys even talk to each other in the chat, which is so sweet. We always want to make sure we love and support each other because like we were saying before, this is a community. You know, we're getting together. We got a love field going on. So Nathan, dun dun dun. You have number 40, receive, abundance flowing, unification, and confidence. You know, Nathan, when I first saw
Nice.
your name, I had this feeling of someone who has the ability to, I want to say almost like minister to others. You have this natural healing ability, but it's interesting this card popped up too because it's almost like you're a healer, but I got this word minister, and it doesn't necessarily mean like a religious thing because we minister to others, we share with others. And I feel like you have a natural ability to that. And this card coming up where it's talking about abundance flowing, unification, confidence, and this wonderful energy. And this card is kind of like that the hands open upwards to receive this abundance, receive all of this. But I also feel like there's something about you that helps others, that is a natural helper, a natural healer. And it's like, acknowledge that in yourself and make sure that you that's a part of what you do. And let it come naturally from you. But also, I'm not sure if it's from that this abundance is coming, but I feel like energy around you is starting to shift. And that abundance that you have needed is starting to move. Right now we have all of the planets are in forward motion. We don't have any planets in retrograde right now. So this is a really good time to be doing manifestation, to be deciding kind of what you want for the next 3 months. Where do you want to do? And start taking the time to move into that feeling space and feeling what is it going to be like when I have that, right? Like when I have, you know, the job that I love, or the home, like a new home that I'm safe in, or a new friend to play with, or just peace of mind. What is it going to feel like? What is And it's almost like that daydreaming mechanism, right? And so I kind of want to push you in that direction, Nathan, because you got a lot going for you, and it's really beginning to show up in unique ways, and pay attention. So I hope that helps you, hon. Also, this is a 40, so it's a 4 card, it's angelic too. So where do the angels fall in your repertoire? You might want to talk to them, learn about them. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so while Michelle was reading you, I picked a card out of the Ascended Masters deck, and I have Horus. The message is you are seeing the situation accurately. Whatever situation is on the
Mm.
forefront of your mind, Horus is telling you that you are seeing it accurately. Okay. And I have it right here. Trust your feelings about this situation because they are accurate and valid. Let go of self doubt, even in the face of others' opinions. Your spiritual sensitivity has helped you see the truth. Although it may be easier to go along with the crowd or to shrink into apathy, you're called upon to take decisive action. You already know what to do. Even if people aren't supporting you, know that spirit is. Other people will soon come around to your point of view. In the meantime, assume a leadership role. Horus is the Egyptian falcon headed sky and sun god whose parents were Osiris and Isis. He was conceived after his mother brought his father back from the dead with the help of the sun god Ra. Um, You can call upon Horus for help with spiritual or physical sight, including insight into the truth about situations. One of Horus's eyes was injured during a battle of revenge for his father's death. This is why Horus is represented with one large and clear seeing eye. So you can call upon him for clear sight.
Nice.
Yeah, so hopefully that's helpful, Nathan, which
Yeah.
is my nephew's name, by the way. So it's an awesome name.
Yeah, it is. It's a very powerful name.
Yeah.
It's like a gentle power.
Mhm.
It's really cool. All right. So there you have it, Nathan. Our next one is Bits of Sunshine. And she's saying, I have an awesome question for you. Ha. Just kidding. I have a question you probably get asked a million times. I've been working on manifesting the right partner for me. Will he come soon? We love
I've
love.
never heard that question before.
We love love. Yeah, you know what, Bits?
Bits.
I love it. That's a little bits of sunshine. And thank you for coming on over here and being a part of this. She shows up on other shows.
Nice.
And so I just so appreciate you coming and being a
Yeah.
part of all this. You know what? I'm going to use these other cards.
Okay.
I'm shuffling the lions and they're like, "Get off me."
They're like, you shuffled us enough.
Get off. Cut it out. All right. Bits, here we go for you, hon. Ba-ding. Ooh. All right. So you're getting the card of the Akashic Stargate, which is good. Anytime you get a card of Stargates, and there's a lot of them in this deck, but Stargates are openings and new beginnings and places where you can choose. It's like, where do you want to go from here to there? Stargates are alchemy. And so this is saying aligned with a purpose, crossroads, but there's no wrong path. Okay. So what this is saying, Bits, is you're setting about and you're saying you're working on manifesting the right partner. Will he come? Yes, but I want to give you some ideas of things to do. And it's what I've been saying before is your job is to spend time in the daydreaming of what it's going to be like in your life when he shows up. You don't need to worry about who it is, where to go, none of that. When you start being in that space, that's our most powerful creative space, is when we're literally giving ourselves permission to be in that space as if he's there with you. Like, go through a day in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, in your feelings of what that's going to feel like having this perfect partner, waking up in the morning, fixing breakfast, going to the park, whatever you want to do, and let that energy get going. Because when your emotional energy is in alignment with something you're trying to manifest, it begins to magnetically activate your energy fields, and it will draw that person that matches that into you. And this is really important information for you right now, because you've got this Stargate. Look at this Stargate thing. It's mirrors. It's a million different ways for it to come to you. Get in there and just feel the love. And if you're like, well, maybe I don't know what it feels like to be loved, then make it up. Start pretending you're in this perfect um, relationship. What are all the different attributes? How is it going to feel? This is such a powerful way to manifest anything. And this is for all of you guys. The emotional energy, again, is the jet fuel to get you to where you go. That emotional energy is from the belly. It's the feminine energy. It's magnetic. And it what sets that frequency in your fields to draw in. It's magnetic, right? It draws in whatever frequency of feelings you're creating with daydreaming that match that. And it's so cool. It is so cool when you see it, when you put it into action and just let yourself do that. We were kids who used to daydream all the time, and they were told, "Don't do that. That's silly. It's a waste of time." Oh, you silly people. Oh my gosh, you're so always daydreaming. That's the magic. Daydreaming, pretending, feeling, oh my gosh, what it'd be like to do that, oh, and go through that, yes, he will come soon. And I can promise you. And actually, I'm seeing you for March too. End of February, beginning of March. You may even meet him mid-February, but I feel like he starts coming in March. And the more you do what I'm talking about, the faster he's going to come in. And he's got dark hair.
Nice.
So go play with that. Let me know how it goes.
Okay. Bits. I pulled the card from the Isis deck, and it is Knot of Iris, Knot, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. And how that, and as Michele was reading you, I was getting a lot of information about manifesting, right? We working on it. And what I've learned when Yeshua helped me with manifestation in relationships is to you have to heal. We have to heal what's going on within us, right? Where we do vibrate to a higher frequency relationship. And since you're working on it, I'm assuming, well, I shouldn't assume, but what I'm feeling, hopefully, is that you are healing what's going on within you. And healing the divine feminine within you is very, very, very important, okay? Because you're vibrating to a frequency who will attract the opposite of whatever that is, okay? So whatever is hurt within you. I mean, we all have the divine masculine, divine feminine hurt within us, wounded within us. But they need to be in balance in order to, and healed in order to manifest a higher frequency person, a relationship that is coming your way. So also what they helped me with, what he helped me with was connecting to that higher part of you, the twin flame, whatever you want to call it, in the higher planes, connecting, because that person, that twin soul, twin flame, does exist in the higher planes and is helping you from a higher plane perspective and helping you to manifest that energy that that person embodies in this plane. Okay, so that you will be able to draw to you what you have in the higher planes. So connecting with that beloved in the higher planes will and help and be with them, sit with that person, whether it be male or female, whatever it is, whatever you want to manifest, the opposite of what you embody in this life, and whether it doesn't matter what body it is, it's the because we live in that dual reality here, masculine and feminine. So bringing that into your heart, moving that energy through your chakras and helping to heal all that you have going on within all your chakras and all your energy centers will raise your frequency so that you can attract a much higher vibrational relationship. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory all the time, because relationships are work, but you want a relationship that um, where you're in some kind of an even keel of frequency and you're moving up together, right? But know that that part of you, the higher part of you, the twin flame part of you, is there and wants to manifest with you in a physical body. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
that
And
makes
when you tap into that ability to do the daydreaming, you're tapping into those super high frequencies. And when you're doing that in the love, you're automatically tapping in. We have to use our imagination to tap into that. And that's what that daydreaming is. We're using our imagination. So it's
Right.
like it's all part of this amazing experience. You know, we've been told that a lot of the parts that we use to manifest are frivolous and wrong, and we have to really open that up. And so what does that higher self part of you, how do you get there? You imagine it, right? You
Yeah, and
use
they're
that
real.
imagination as that tool in that portal. It's so powerful.
They're real. It's real. It's opening the
Mhm,
priming the pump, opening the door, and I
mhm,
have mine's voice on recorder, so they're
mhm.
real. Yeah.
Yep.
So let me
And
give you your incantation. Oh, go
yep.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and to get there, we have to open up that portal of the imagination. Imagination isn't frivolous. You're not making anything up. It's a
Oh,
portal to connect to those realms. You don't
right.
make anything up because everything already exists,
Mhm. That's
right?
true.
We
Yeah, we're
think
just
it's
bringing it
making
in.
it up,
We're
but
just
that's
bringing
what it feels like. That's why I say make it up because you're not making it up. You're connecting into.
kinda like fake it till you make it.
Do it. It's so cool, so powerful. I've seen miracles happen in lives. I've been working with clients for quite a while doing this, and it's amazing. Do it.
Okay, so here's your incantation, bits of sunshine or rays of sunshine. In unconditional love, I call forth the Isis knot. I am held in love like a babe in a cot. The buckle of the beloved has me secure, as my energy field now does mature. The goddess within my body and soul, the knot of Isis helps me grow whole.
Mm.
And it's all about loving yourself first. If you're not in love with yourself, you know, then the rest won't follow the way we want it to. Yeah. So be in
And
love with yourself.
yep, and you do, and it really is tapping into that part of the brain that allows you to connect to that. And Bits, you know what? I didn't know that you have a channel, honey. Get that information to me. Let me come over and follow you and subscribe to you, and let's see what you're doing. She's saying she's
She has
always
a
talking about
channel.
how to manifest.
Oh, she has a channel. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
all
I
about
want to know it too.
supporting. Yeah. You
We
can even
are. We
put it
both are.
here in the chat if you like, and other people can check you out too. I'm all about supporting. I'm a community person. You know, I'm like, I want to take everybody with me to the party.
I'm always the one that invited everyone and got in trouble for it.
Right on.
Yeah, totally. It actually ruined a friendship one time.
Oops.
Yeah.
So the next person that we had here, and then I need to get going because I have a client at 6. Where are we? We got CC, we had CE. CE had a question. Boop, boop.
CE. Oh, yes, I know CE.
So
Um,
good whip. I scrolled all the way down to the bottom and then I lost my place. CE. Okay, here. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure we got to CE.
okay.
Due to a series of physical accidents the last few years, is there any metaphysical component that I'm missing to stop this from continuing? Has it been continuing? Have you continued having accidents? Sharon, you know who this person is? Do you know
I
the
do.
answer to
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I know she does have them once in a while. We haven't spoken in a little while, but
Okay.
yeah, other than on here.
Yeah, let's look into that. I want to kind of tap into
Mhm.
that a little bit more.
Mhm.
I almost want to say, well, the one thing that is just, and you probably know this, is make sure that you're in your body and grounded. Usually accidents happen, and if it's a continuing thing, if it's something like you just keep having, those little things, stub the toe, drop the plant full of potting soil. And I do that. And when I do that, I always have to stop and get back in my body. That's one thing that I do want to say for you. But I feel like there's more to this as well. Um, and I feel like it was important that we got to you today. That we gotcha. We gotcha. Oh. Ah, yay! The new beginning. The card is number 22. It's 2 and 2. It's a relationship with yourself and relationship with God. Plus 2 is 4. So it's the angelic realm. And it is the new beginning. Teamwork, sharing, giving back, and also yoga. And
Mm.
so, again, one of the things that is big with yoga is getting into your body, feeling your body, being with your body, one with your body. And so that goes back to what I kind of started. But I do feel like that there's a new cycle coming around for you too. That whatever this is that's been happening to you for a few years, it was part of a cycle. Make sure you've learned the lessons of this cycle. And if you need someone, to help with that, get Sharon. So get a session with Sharon and let her help you find what those lessons are in there so that you can almost like the cycle is coming. My grandpa used to call it closing the hoop. It's like finish your cycle and close this hoop. Learn what you need to have learned so that you can move forward freely. And I'm feeling that very much. But there's also something about your body. Get in your body, move your body, be one with your body, make friends with your body. Ooh, I like it.
Yes,
I
yes.
hope that helps.
Okay, so I pulled from the Isis deck again the Key of Life. Okay. For CE, spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. The Key of Life is the mysterious Ankh, the looped cross held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense or in a physical sense, in terms of health, or even a child that wishes to be born, or a new project in terms of health, right? Or a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen. And I'm getting something about also, as I'm reading this CE, about project, starting a new project. I'm feeling that there's something that is getting in the way of you moving into a project that you've been thinking about, or you want to take something that you want to do, whether it be getting out there with your abilities, your gifts, whatever. Because I feel like that there's something there that you're not in alignment with putting yourself out there with some kind of a creativity or abilities that you have. Okay. Um, it feels like there's fear and trepidation there and not feeling worthy. So here's your incantation of the Ankh. Cross of life, cross of light, protects me through darkest plight. Held within the Isis womb, new melody of my soul tune. Safety held in the loop unbroken, till it is time for new life to break open.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's pretty powerful. Um, with, like Michelle was saying, with shedding the old, like a snake skin, shedding like the skin, old skin. I know you've been doing a lot of shedding, CE. So I've known you for a few years now, so I know you've been doing a lot of shedding of old of the old, just the old,
The
right?
old,
In
yeah.
your life, yeah, letting go of the old, letting go of the olds to make way for the new. So this is a reminder.
Oh my
Flow.
goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for being here. We're so grateful that we get to be here with you. We get to be a part of your journey.
Yes.
It's such an honor. And like we said at the beginning, you're so lucky to be here. But truly, truly, we know that we are too.
Of course.
So those of you that didn't get a reading, we apologize. We need to, I don't know. I don't know if we need to step it up or just call this good. I'm not sure.
I'm call. What do you mean? Step it up.
Well,
We-
I give readings so fast. I'm like bam, 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 and you're you're nice and relaxed about it, and I'm like when you're giving readings, I'm like, "Oh my god, I can breathe." So I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So, I guess we're not
Hey,
required to do readings for every person, but I always want to.
no, no, this just, gives
Yeah,
everyone a chance to come back next time.
yeah. So come on back, we'll be here next
Come
week,
on
and we're
back.
going to have a guest next week, aren't we?
Next week, yes, we are,
We're
but we'll
going
have our
to
free readings at the end of the month. We have them once a month, yeah.
yeah, and we've
You
got we've got Seth
Mhm.
that's gonna be with us next week.
Who
This is
is also a healer.
interesting. I've been looking into him.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have a guest with us. So guys, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
So come on back now, you hear?
Yes, and he's a tarot reader, so he might do a couple readings, let's see, but he has to do a reading for Michelle and I first.
Yay!
He actually created his own tarot deck, so that's cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Stacy, come on over on Tues and if on Tuesdays too, I do little mini readings if anybody,
There you go.
is on my channel, it's just Michelle Amburgey. I do those on Tuesdays too. So if
So it
that
looks like
helps.
people heard what they needed from other people's readings. It
Yeah.
it always works that way, doesn't it?
I know, I love it, I love it. I don't
Yeah.
know why I get so worried. I'm such a frickin' Virgo sometimes.
Alright. Thank you,
Awesome,
everyone.
guys. We love you.
Mhm. See you next time.
See you next time. Over and out. And by the way, stay sparkly.